So maybe what a friend we have in Jesus. How's that?
All
Our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God. Everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace.
In 2004, our dean, Robert Stroker, came to me with the idea of trying to put together something that would advance some of the things that we were doing in music therapy, such as using music for people in hospitals and using music for people who needed it or were very vulnerable. And it was then that the idea of the Arts and Quality of Life Research Center was born.
How do you think a field such as music therapy and bringing music to bedsides of cancer patients, of
it
any
means
kind of
a lot.
hospital?
It means a lot. Because, I mean, you have a lot of patients in the hospitals these days that just lay there. It's nothing for them to do. It's nothing for them to really focus on. They look at TV and their lives sometimes makes them real miserable. It's just like some of the programs today, they bring pets into the hospitals, which gives them a sense of being, you know, especially the elderly, especially the elderly.
Arts, and we allow them to create, and creativity gives options to people, and by finding the options in their creative work in music or visual arts or dance, they also realize their creative options for living their life, and that life is not only one direction for them, but they learn a different way to live, and that ultimately improves quality of life. The interesting thing about, for example, music, is that people can participate in many different ways. For example, they can be actively engaged in songwriting or creating music through improvisation, but they can also choose to just listen in a very passive way. So opportunities to engage in the arts is really broad and tailored to what the person might desire to do.
Make sure I do it right again.
No, you will. You're going to get it right this time. Why?
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, soft and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my own land forever.
See, she did that right. It make you cry. It do make you cry.
Because I'm a good listener. I listen to my director.
Yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah.
Every time somebody asks me about a song, I ask them about songs because everybody is in the hip hop, and everybody is in the jazz, and they're in the gospel, and everybody know all kinds of different songs. But that one particular song, that song I grew up with during hard times, and it's a nice song.
That's a nice song. Has a lot of memories
Yeah.
associated with it.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Now y'all really got something real. The tears is not fake. I was trying to use a morphine drip to go to sleep. Now I can't sleep.
That backfired on
Yeah,
us.
that backfired. I ain't expected to backfire like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hard times back then. But those was one of the songs that we sang when we was in school. Yeah, I said, here I go. That's a fire. That's what drill. Like, but that was it. All right, I hope y'all got all that. Y'all got all that? Did you get all that, man?
And sometimes that gets lost along the way. But we all have the potential to be creative. And I think that within our research center, by using the arts, we re-stimulate or continue to stimulate that creative potential in individuals, which is innately healthy. so that we can tailor the intervention to something that they might be interested in,
Okay.
and then gradually involve the arts if that's what they were interested in doing.
How long were you suffering from migraines before you realized art could provide this kind of release?
Probably about 6 or 7 years, when I was just trying to get through the day, each day. When I realized how helpful it was to me, that this could help somebody else, you know? What if someone else sees this and they go, oh, wow, you know? Yeah, she knows how I feel. Other people are going through this too, and I wouldn't feel so alone.
Have you been attempting to turn any other migraine sufferers onto art as a way of relief?
Absolutely. If I have a moment to talk to someone about it, then I definitely bend their ear about it. Because I see so many, particularly women, suffer from migraine. And a lot of people just think it's a headache. They don't realize how bad it is. So if I have a chance to talk to somebody about it, I do.
I think that what we plan to do is something very, very simple, because it doesn't take elaborate music or art or whatever to access what the patient or what the person needs to express.
Okay.
And I wasn't fortunate enough to have music therapy, but I did do, I tried a lot of things.
Well, do you play any music, or?
I don't, but I love it.
Well, I don't know how much more noise for someone with migraines would help.
Yeah, it's noise and smell. All your senses are completely magnified, and so you just have to minimize any outside interaction. So you basically feel like you're in a cave.
Do you paint while you're having a migraine or after to reflect?
After. I would often take my sketchbook and I would draw just crazy images, just however I was feeling at that moment, and just try to release, an emotional release. And then later, when I wasn't in pain, I would go back and I would analyze those pictures and look at them and mull them over. They're very much a process in trying to clarify how I feel about this, what do I think about, what am I trying to say in this image. And it helped me understand my own emotions. It helped me with my husband when we were able to talk more about it and open the dialogue, open the paths of understanding.
We see changes in hope, in inspiring hope in individuals. We see physiological changes in terms, for example, with music, we see stress reduction, reductions in heart rate, blood pressure, all of which are very, very important for people who may have cardiac problems. And we see feelings of reduced isolation. People who are in hospitals are very isolated. And so we see them become more social and connected to other people.
So what's it like? Is it different to be on the receiving end of it? Now we sang together, so it's
Yeah, it's different, but it's pleasurable. It's very nice. I feel uplifted now just by you being in the presence. You know what I mean? It really makes me feel good. It gives you a warm feeling all over to be able to do this. So
it seems like it's very close to your heart.
very close to my heart, very close indeed. Spiritually wise, it is just the ultimate. And I say I'm 53 years old, cancer patient, but recovering.
Yeah.
Recovering in all facets, I'll put it that way. So, you know, basically, that's about it. The group itself consists of 7 men. It's all spiritually motivated into the word of you know, the Bible and things like that. Basically, that's about a lot about myself. My singing, I've sang ever since I was a child. I love singing.
What would you say it does for you? Like, what do you like about singing?
It just uplifts me all, you know, just to, it doesn't make no difference what I'm singing. It's just to be able to bring it out, you know, be able to express yourself in the form, in that type of form, so it's good to do that. So I'll sing a little bit for you right now.